What's going on, everybody? James here, redoptionagency.com. I don't know. What am I going to talk about today? I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to try to do a video every day and just talk about random stuff. I do have one little thing I want to touch on. And then I guess we'll just look at what I've listed lately, what is sold lately, and see if we can share any knowledge. But first I wanted to get into Pirateship. Now, if you're not familiar with Pirateship is a nice way to ship international stuff cheaper. When you do sign up, I know the way it was, it's been a while since I signed up. You had to call in and ask for the discounted or the discounted rates. And then you could ship an international, say a hat or a CD for like $10.99 as opposed to, I think it was like $14.99 on the normal ship rate for, I think, eBay at the time. I never used eBay shipping, and stamps.com is the one I use for domestic, and it's the one I used for international at that time. So I like the cheapness of Pirateship, but they have a huge flaw since they've changed the way they do things. Now, I understand why they changed. It brings down their costs so they can keep costs low, where they ship it all to a central location. The company, I forget how it's pronounced, AS something, Ascenda or something like that. Then they ship them all together overseas. So it's kind of like you can basically, pack a plane as opposed to, leaving an empty spot in a plane. So technically, that's the way I kind of view it from the outside looking in. I don't know the details of how it works, but it just seems like you can get a more consistent flow of packages. And save on fuel and things like that would be my guess. So the one bad problem about it, and it doesn't happen to all the orders, but a lot of them, I get several a week where I have the buyer will contact me and say, it says my item's delivered, it hasn't been delivered, and it's, three days after they ordered it, but they're international. So I look and it's showing it's been delivered to the hub that takes it overseas. Now this person here, so I understand their frustration, which makes it frustrating for me, and I just had to send Pirateship another email saying this is unacceptable. I can't be dealing with this. You can see here this person's ordered a lot from me. A lot of this is all one order. So he ordered on the 19th. On the 24th, it shows delivered, left with individual. It doesn't say it arrived at Ascenda or nothing like that. It says delivered, left with individual. So he freaks out, opens up item not received cases. 4 days after, 5 days. 5 days after, 6 technically today. 6 days after he ordered them. Of course, I'm like, it takes 15 days for international. The delivered means it was delivered to the company who takes it overseas. But do you know how many times a week I have to tell customers that because of this flaw? So I sent Pirateship, and of course they sent me the blanket email of how it works. And I know how it works, but that's not the problem. The problem is this, the word delivered. And then to throw fuel to the fire, left with individual, not delivered to a Ascenda shipping company, delivered, left with individual. And so they automatically think I shipped their product somebody else, or I'm trying to scam them, and it just opens up several times a week. It opens up an ugly situation that I don't need to be a part of. So if they don't fix this, I'm going to go back to the other way. I'll pay more to have a peace of mind, because I can't keep dealing with this week after week, just constantly dealing with this headache. And it's just not right. It should not say that. And not all of them say that. Some of them do say, that one's delivered. These were all pretty much the same, I think. So, yeah, all so all this. So he opened up his over $100 that he spent with me. And so yeah, it's a pain in the butt. So they need to fix that, because I'm done dealing with it. I'm just over it, especially after this big order. And before too long, it's going to end up... I think I already got one negative feedback a couple months ago. I could be wrong. Or I had it removed or something after it was delivered. One of the two. I know I had a negative feedback removed yesterday that wasn't delivered, but I don't think it was international. So yeah, so it has led to at least one negative in the past. So it's a door that doesn't need to be there, and they need to nip it in the bud, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying, G? What's up? Haven't listed much today. I think I only got like 35 items up, but I've taken a lot of... What I like to do is just create drafts first. Depends on my mood. Let's go into drafts. Like, I'll just create all the draft, put all the info, everything but the picture, and then I stack it over here next to me. And then I go in and take the pictures. So I've got 80 left in there. I probably uploaded 30 to 50, somewhere in there. So just a bunch of hats. Got a bunch more hats today, of course. So got some shirts there. Nothing major today. This was a cool Reebok vintage half shirt. But nothing major, I don't think, today thus far. It's a boy. Kellogg's. But let's see. See if there's anything to talk about. This was a cool poster. I actually got this one hanging up in the stairwell down to the basement. I got a bunch of my Hard Rock posters and stuff hanging up, going to the basement, and that's one of them that I have hanging up. He found that yesterday at the bins, so I'm like, yes. Probably only about a $30 to $40 poster, but I went a little high on it. A lot of some stuff like this, I don't mind going high, because the way I kind of look at it is it will bring in traffic. People looking for vintage, Kiss posters, things, Kiss, rock posters, Hard Rock posters. So sometimes just bring in, if you price it a little bit so it won't sell fast, it will help drive traffic to your store. So certain things I like doing that too. So that was kind of one of them. So I was able to sell that t-shirt for $175, and then he gave me some hats along with it. He gave me, I already got them listed, so let's see. This USA Champion brand hat. He gave me this Cabela's, vintage Cabela's hat. I was only expecting one hat. The Newport hat, I've sold that one before. This vintage White Sox hat, just this plain hat. This St. Louis Stallions hat. This was going to be a football team here in St. Louis before the Rams came here. They were putting it all together. They had gear printed up and everything, and then it all fell through somehow, some way, or they got the Rams here instead. I don't remember the details of it. So, yeah, I've sold several of those over the years. So he gave me that one, and he gave me this cool Kansas City Chiefs sports specialties hat. So that's pretty good. Domino's Pizza, their stuff sells constantly. I just sold one yesterday or the day before, I think. I'm sure we'll run into that when I get into my sold. And so I got another one up today. So let's see some sold. This one I priced a little low just to move it quick. I like doing that sometimes, just underpricing things so people will kind of watch my store in hopes that I will put something up cheaper. And I do. Maybe every day, every other day, I'll list something that I know I can get more out of cheap just to move it quick. So some more of my lots. I've kind of slowed down on the lots. I do a couple. I'll average probably maybe 2 a day here on out. Just because I found a way to freaking list quicker, believe it or not. All right, I put this up on Facebook, so if you're a friend, you might have saw the posts. But I'm the type of person that likes looking at things with an open mind or from a different perspective, what have you. But doing so, I often miss the simple things. So on the iPhone app, every time I would take pictures for a listing, like I showed you, I make the drafts and I take the pictures. I would stop and wait for all 5 pictures to load, right? Well, yesterday, the app was working beautifully. I mean, the pictures were uploading all 5 like within 3 to 5 seconds. I mean, they were just popping. I'm like, wow, it's never worked this well, right? So I got through 50 of them yesterday really quick. And then it started slowing down again. I'm like, oh man, pain in the butt. So then I thought, a simple way, I'm like, do I have to wait for all these 5 pictures to upload? Can I just hit done and save, and will they upload in the background? So I did like 2 or 3 test runs of 5 different hats where I just hit done, hit save while they're uploading, and they all saved. All the pictures were there. I'm like, oh, I could have been doing this the whole time. So yeah, if you didn't know that, you don't have to wait for the pictures to upload. You can go ahead and hit done and save, and they'll upload in the background. You can go ahead to the next one, start taking the pictures. Yeah, it took me forever to realize that, but I finally did. So now that I can list hats cheaper, I'm going to be listing more hats as opposed to maybe selling them as lots, because I can do it quicker now. So, but I'm still going to have lots, and I'll still throw a couple of gems in the lots so somebody can make money on them, what have you. So, and I've been working on freaking hats so much, I've been neglecting my media and other stuff. But hats have been selling like crazy, obviously. You can see here. Crazy, crazy, hat crazy, hat crazy. I saw this Harley Davidson, and Adrian's like, oh, I wanted that when I was wearing it. Because I've got to keep the personal clothing and the business clothing separate when I wash them, because too much stuff's getting mixed up back and forth. And for Jan and Alex, they don't really know. And I didn't know he was keeping that one. So, but, oh well. We'll find more. He'll find more. He's always keeping good stuff. He kept like 4 or 5 good hats from today. I'm like, what are you doing keeping my money? Perk of the business. Perk of the business. So, let's see. The Winchester. I knew that would probably sell pretty quick. It's a cool Winchester hunting hat. Justin Boot Company. That stuff always sells pretty consistent. Cardinal stuff flying out the door. Memphis Chicks. I had several of these new, and they've all sold pretty quickly. I think within about 4-day period, they've all sold. All right. I am slacking on my shoe listing when it comes to women's shoes. Another Winchester hat. Some Jordans. Another one of my hat lots. McDonald's visors. I always sell them. I've got these here, and I've got about 6 or 7 of them now, but I can't find nobody else selling them, so I'm kind of hesitant on listing them because they have this little logo on the side. I've got visors, I've got hats, and I know they got to be legit, but the fact that I can't find nobody else that has them and they don't have McDonald's on the tag like normal, I'm like, I don't know if I should list these or not. So I've got like 5 or 6, so I need to make sure those are legit. I'm sure they are. McDonald's stuff's really that fake. But then they don't have the registered trademark on them. So been through all that viral stuff lately. I'm just overly paranoid about things. So here's that hat. If you watched the video yesterday, sold it for $70. They did pay, and I think it was going to Malaysia, but they have a drop off in, I think, Delaware, where a lot of these people in Malaysia or wherever, they'll have like a container. Florida's a port usually, and Oregon's a port. And this person, I didn't look at the address. I just saw it looked like Delaware. So I guess there's another port over there. And they'll fill containers before they ship everything over. So it's kind of a way for them to save money. Buy a lot of stuff from the U.S. and have it shipped overseas. I love these Disney golf hats. I put up 2 yesterday. Not the newsboy cabbie hats, but the just baseball caps. This sold as soon as I put it up. It's a Boeing hat. Airplane related. Love my aerospace. You've heard that before if you watch my videos. Caterpillar, Mizzou, Mickey, IBM, some Jessica Simpsons. Yeah, man, what are they freaking... I can't believe they're still doing that to Britney Spears, man. I'm glad that people are being loud about it now. That's just got to be torture what they're doing to her, and have been doing to her for over 10 years. Controlling, man, dude, that would drive me insane if somebody was controlling every inch of my decisions. I just couldn't do it. Here's the Domino's hat I sold yesterday. Okay. This person canceled. They're like, I didn't know it was pre-owned. So there's still a lot of people that's got a stigma with pre-owned hats. But before I started selling them, I did research on like lice bugs and all that. Lice bugs can't live on an object without a blood source for more than 24 hours. So you pretty much, if you're getting them at the Goodwill, you don't have to worry about that, especially if you don't even do anything with them for 24 hours at least, minimum. You don't have to worry about any kind of bugs or anything like that. So, but a lot of people are not aware of that fact, so they kind of used hats kind of freak them out. It's a cool Harley hat that sold. I've been having a lot more Harley hats move more consistently lately, or Harley in general. I know they were down for a while, and I guess the market was kind of flooded, so maybe it's opening up a little bit. No Fear hat. Love vintage No Fear hats. Actually got another one today. I don't think it's in this tote, but he found a bunch of old vintage hats today. I don't know if you can see these in this little bitty window. But Atlas. Oh, there's a bunch of cool flaming Kansas City Chiefs hat. But nothing too special. This one sold pretty quick, the Mercedes Championship hat. See, this is what I get paranoid about, like Kenworth. I know Kenworth is not like a viral thing. They don't, and nobody's really faked Kenworth hats, but yet that whole registered trademark thing, I'm like, argh. But of course I put it up and it sold immediately. So I'm just overly paranoid at the moment. Overly paranoid. Converse sneakers. I got tons of Converse I got to get up. And they sell pretty consistently when I do list a lot of them. I don't think they've paid yet. Gotta love this. Look at this hat, man. This is beautiful. When people are afraid to sell like dirty hats, man, this is just beauty to me. Look at that. Look at that staining on there. That is just an awesome freaking hat. I love it. If I was like a scope guy, this is like a gun scope brand, I would wear the crap out of that hat. Look at that. It's beautiful. Look at that patina on that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love that. Apparently somebody else did too because it sold pretty quick. Took an offer for $10. $10. Take it, take it. These 511 tactical hats do pretty well too. Those do well distressed also. On something like this, it's Blues, product of St. Louis, it says there. And what they did was took the St. Louis Blues name, but not the font, thank you. And they took a similar logo to Busch Beer, which is the mountains, kind of combined them and made a shirt. So you could easily get maybe not a Vero, but with these two brands, because they don't really go after people. But you don't want to put St. Louis Blues hockey, and you don't want to put Busch beer in your title, because you could technically get in trouble for that. So, little things you gotta watch. I knew this was going to sell well when I saw that. I'm like, yes, that's gonna be. I think I took $40 for it, maybe. Yeah, $40 out the window, out the door. Got tons of Ducks Unlimited stuff. I've got lots of it listed, and I've got more in stock in the last couple of days. Anyway, all right. I guess that's enough for me. Just wanted to talk about the pirate ship issue, which is the pain in the booty hole. Pain in the booty hole. Here's a cool Debbie Gibson single that sold for $40. I always harp on, I love cassette singles, and I've got thousands and thousands, if not tens of thousands of them in my storage area I still got to get through. And I've been concentrating on hats, a lot of hats lately. But that's probably my best sell-through rate. I didn't check last month. I haven't done sell-through rates in a couple of months. But hats are, I'm sure, still number one. So, anyway. All right, here's another distressed hat. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's not as bad as the other one, but... or I should say not as good as the other one. All right. That's all. Please like, subscribe, and all that jive. And, well, let's see what I'll talk about tomorrow. So, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Money, 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 money. So, I'll see you in the next video. Dad shoes. All right. Later, guys.